Baby. Neden gelmiyorsunuz bu tarafa?
Just recording me saying, look, I know.
Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, all. Wendell Daniel from StreetMic coming to you live and direct from just a few feet away from Grenfell Tower, where 5 years ago a massive fire took the lives of 72 innocent victims. And today a memorial service is due to start at this location at 4 p.m. and we will actually be going behind this wall, and we will be at the base of the tower where seats have been prepared and a service will be taking place. But when I was here a few days after Grenfell Tower went up, it was one of the most emotional times of my life. We had all seen those iconic images of the tower, which is just behind me, and it was in flames. There was smoke billowing from every single crevice. It was a red and white burning ember in the sky, and millions of people around the world had seen it. And what was really powerful and poignant for me was, at the time, there was all kind of speculation about the number of people who had perished in the ensuing fire. It was said there was hundreds and hundreds who had perished, but it was later confirmed that 72 innocent souls had perished. And when I came down here 5 years ago, some of the best of human beings I had observed, the way the community here at Grenfell and all around the world came together to help those who had been bereaved, disadvantaged. They lost their homes here at the tower. And just over the road there, under the bridge, there was thousands and thousands of people working. There were hundreds of lorries, vans, trucks turning up with their goods, willing to donate for all of the people who had perished. But today's service is scheduled for about 2 hours. Then there will be a route it's going to take, I don't know. But I am warning you in advance that normally StreetMic will be engaging, interviewing people. But today it is not about that. The normal StreetMic you will see engaging with people. There may be an opportunity to do that when the time is right, but in general, that will not be happening today. And also, I will not be engaging with anyone in a chat room, because today is about the people who are here, who have taken the effort to come to Grenfell Tower. It's not about engaging with warriors on a computer or in a chat room. It's about real people here at the site of Grenfell Tower. So I'm now going to be ending this. You're not going to be, unusually, you're not going to be getting much communication from me today, because the memorial service is just about to begin, and I'm going to be going behind the wall, and it's all about remembering the 72 people who perished here at Grenfell Tower. We are currently waiting for the gate, the white gate in front of us, where you can see the heart that gate will be opened, and then we will get access to the sites here at Grenfell Tower. We're not going to get in there.
At the end of carnival, we'll like have a party. I just want to put my microphone and get some good sound.
Huh? Yes, being
I'm just
inside.
getting some good sound.
Gonna go on my shoulder. Huh? Yeah. Come. Yo. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, tell it.
Welcome, friends. Can everybody please take their seats and we'll begin shortly. Thank you.
Prince William and Kate have just arrived and they are right at the front, and this memorial service is just about to begin.
Good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to you all. Would you please give a warm welcome to Tim Downey.
families and survivors of Grenfell Tower changed forever. It was a night we should never forget. A night that ripped families' worlds apart. A night that was avoidable, where we lost 72 innocent men, women, and children. We're here today to mark the 5th anniversary of the Grenfell Tower fire. Our thoughts and prayers turn to those lost, those that are bereaved. On that night, 5 years ago, and white public from all over the country and opened their hearts in support of the North Kensington community. Today, we remember the kindness and compassion shown by the public. Thank them for everything they did then and continue to do since. It's this support, half a decade later, that gives the bereaved and survivors the strength to keep going. The aftermath of the fire showed us the power of unity, the people coming together, regardless of race, class, or faith, uniting in the face of adversity. 5 years on, the bereaved families, survivors, and the community remain united, a testament to the strength and resilience of this community. As we sit here today, the families of Grenfell Tower remain broken. It's hard to heal when so little has changed. The reality is, it's still as painful today as it was then. We remember the 72 beautiful souls lost that night. All they were, all they could have been. They were treasured, loved, and lost. In today's service, we honour the 72 innocent men, women, and children. Mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, sisters, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, and friends who needlessly lost their lives. Never forget them. We must carry them with us forever in our hearts. Now, in their honour, we will observe 72 seconds silence. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وما خلقنا السماوات والأرض وما بينهما إلا بالحق وإن الساعة لآتية فاصفح الصفح الجميل إن ربك هو الخلاق العليم ولقد آتيناك سبعا من المثاني والقرآن العظيم لا تمدن عينيك إلى ما متعنا به أزواجا منهم ولا تحزن عليهم واخفض جناحك للمؤمنين وقل إني أنا النذير المبين كما أنزلنا على المقتسمين الذين جعلوا القرآن عضين فوربك لنسألنهم أجمعين عما كانوا يعملون فاصدع بما تؤمر وأعرض عن المشركين إنا كفيناك المستهزئين الذين يجعلون مع الله إلها آخر فسوف يعلمون ولقد نعلم أنك يضيق صدرك بما يقولون فسبح بحمد ربك وكن من الساجدين واعبد ربك حتى يأتيك اليقين صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you to Gareth and Harry Overseas for that beautiful recitation from the Holy Quran. For our opening prayer, we welcome Reverend Gerard Skinner.
Grenfell, a home for so many of you here today. A place of happiness, a place where you shared with family and friends so many valued memories, so many amazing graces. A tower of faith, of the various different faiths so strongly held. And then the night of June the 14th, 2017. A few weeks ago, I was shown a photograph of a cross, a crucifix that came from lower down the tower. And the figure obviously has the marks there of the fire. And it brought to mind an old hymn about an old rugged cross, a symbol of suffering and shame. It reminded me really that Grenfell is a symbol of suffering for so many. Those who died, the survivors, the bereaved, for the community. And Grenfell is as a symbol of shame for those liars, those deceivers, for a network of self-interest. But Grenfell is a symbol of love. That's why the heart is there at the top. That's why it's here today. A reminder of the love of God and God's love for each one of us and your love for each other. May it be a symbol of change too, of laws and of hearts. So we pray. You are the author and sustainer of our lives, O God. You are our final home. We commend to you all who died in this place, trusting in your mercy and your all-embracing love. We pray that you give them happiness forever. In the words of Gloria Trevisan, whose final words to her mother was, I came to England, I wanted to help you. I will help you from heaven. We can be sure that's so true of all those our loved ones who have gone to that place, we pray. So for us who remain, may you support us all the day long, till the shades lengthen and the evening comes, and the busy world is hushed, the fever of life is over and our work is done. And in his mercy may he give us rest, a safe lodging, and a holy rest, and peace at last. May the graces of this great family of Grenfell live on and grow ever stronger in our hearts. Amen.
Thank you, Father Gerard. We now welcome the Soul Sanctuary Choir for their first song, and they will be singing Amazing Grace. Soul. A huge thank you to the Soul Sanctuary Gospel Choir for that beautiful rendition of Amazing Grace. Faith can play a huge part in helping people cope with trauma towards finding some sort of peace. And we now welcome Abdul Hakim Murad, a scholar, professor, broadcaster, and the founder and dean of the Cambridge Muslim College.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحم أمواتنا يا أرحم الراحمين. I feel somehow that we've discovered quite enough dismal truths about the failure of our society's official structures. 5 years have passed and still we have not heard the click of a single pair of handcuffs. So there is anger. I want to talk about anger. And we should not be reproached for this. Religion certainly does not forbid anger in right measure for justice. Was Christ not angry when he drove the money changers from the temple? And when he called the Pharisees a brood of vipers? Was the Holy Prophet of Islam not angry when he saw the oppression of the weak, the orphans, the slaves, the ethnically marginalised in ancient Mecca? Was Moses not angry when he threw down the tablets and confronted? Meekness is a lovely virtue, yes, but it has its place. But prophetic religion also gives the righteous anger when we see a tender and vulnerable and amazing humanity. Amazing indeed. Social cohesion, the world saw it on that night of apocalypse. Natural and immediate, its blessings unmistakable. 5 years ago, among some of the so often met with frowns, we saw a spirit of cohesion between communities and between religions, surely trashed the xenophobic discourse now in our society and across Europe. Of exclusion which sit in panelled rooms and decide that desperate refugees will be just fine in Rwanda, and which are terrified of an increasingly diverse British reality, were decisively refused by swift solidarity 5 years ago. The Quran tells us that God commands justice. And part of the teaching of all religions is surely that heaven sides with the weak and the disadvantaged and sees the quality of their hearts. And God says in a Muslim scripture, I am with the brokenhearted, and the Prophet says, O most merciful of the merciful, you are Lord of the weak. Grenfell shows how the powerless and underestimated can suffer, but also what they can achieve. So we ask Almighty God to bless and accept all the heroes and all the victims, and to bring a just closure to this story. Finally, my afterthought. This broken place, what will become of it? What would be right? My suggestion is this. London has over 200 museums. Why not here, with support from the religious and the secular alike? Should we not have a museum of inequality? Just a thought. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
በስመ አብ ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ አሜን። I'm going to read the first letter of St. Paul, Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. But as for prophecies, they will come to end. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will come to an end. For we know only in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partial will come to an end. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I become an adult, I put an end to childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know only in part, then I will know in fully, even as I have been fully known, and now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, and the greatest of this is love. Thanks be God forever in our hearts. I remember that day I was around with the community, lot of people crying. I tried. We support each other, we love each other, and this is my community. እግዚአብሔር ይባርካችሁ. God bless you. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Kiesis. Now it's time for some music by Zain Beaker called Allah Knows, sung by the Islamia Primary School Choir. Please show your appreciation once again for the Islamia Primary School Choir. Quite beautiful. Once again, ladies and gents, please show your appreciation for the wonderful singers of the Islamia Primary School Choir. To tell us more about how the bereaved and surviving children have come together to support each other, we now welcome Naila. Joining Naila are 23 brave, bereaved and surviving children, aged between 4 and 17, who will take part in a commemorative balloon release. And could I ask you all please now to come to the stage? Thank you.
The Grenfell Tower fire ripped our lives and our families' lives apart. It claimed the lives of 18 innocent children who had their whole lives ahead of them but weren't given a chance to fulfill their dreams. On the 14th of June 2017, our childhood was stolen from us and the world became a very different place. For the last 5 years, we've come together as children and young people to mark the anniversary of Grenfell Tower in our own way. A space of our own we call Remembering Together, a day where we come together as children through collective arts of reflection, remembrance, hope and healing. We've taken part in many activities to reconnect and to create memories, finding ways to remember our families, friends and loved ones. We've written songs, poems, created wreaths, created pieces of art and performed music. Today, as we did on the first anniversary, we released a balloon to represent each child we lost. The first balloon is to be released for Jeremiah Dean. Isaac Paulos. Berok Hafton. Amaya Tuku Ahmedin. Lina Belkadi. Bala Belkadi. Jessica Abano Ramirez. Mehdi El Wahabi. Noor Huda El Wahabi. Logan Gomez. Ferdoz Hashim. Yahya Hashim.
Yaqub Hashim, Fatima Shakir, Mina Shakir, Zainab Shakir, Fetia Hassan, and Hania Hassan. Well done to all who have released their balloons. We now move on and introduce Aisha, aged 8, who is one of the surviving children, and she has written a poem which she will try and deliver along with her good friend Tanya. Aisha's poem is called Never Forget.
Never forget. I will never forget the fire. I will never forget the smoke. I will never forget the sirens. I will never forget how scary the fire was. I'll never forget how worrying the fire was. I will never forget that I survived. I will never forget my friends and my neighbours who didn't survive. We can't change the past, but we can change the future. We will stay strong. We will rise up as a community. We will fight for justice together. We will always remember our friends and our neighbours. We will always remember our homes. We can't change the past, but we can change the future. Never forget.
Could we please welcome Naila back to the stage for the sculpture reveal?
For this year's 5th Remembering Together, we have honoured our families' memories, and in particular to the 18 infants, children and young people who have lost their lives that night. We created a sculpture through a mould of our hands which have been joined together and displayed in a large heart. Our sculpture is a display of unity and love for our 72 loved ones who remain forever in our hearts. You will never be forgotten.
To express a sense of grief and loss through art gives us a chance to eloquently and emotively pay tribute to those we have lost. They have gone, but they live on in all of us. Art can help us keep their memory and spirit alive. In that vein, the bereaved and surviving children have also written a song, performed for us now by the Soul Sanctuary Gospel Choir. It's called Forever in Our Hearts. Our thanks once again to the wonderful Soul Sanctuary Gospel Choir. Very shortly we'll be inviting families, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the Mayor of London and other community groups to lay wreaths. To honour and remember every individual, our faith leaders will read the names of the 72 people that died in the Grenfell Tower fire on the 14th of June 2017. Before then, Tommy Evans will read Just Us.
Ladbroke Grove to Latimer Road, our community is vibrant and shines the brightest. Comprising of different faiths, faces and races, North African, South Asian, Eritrean, Jamaican to Irish, proud Brits, the children of migrants who arrived seeking a better life, taking pride in providing. Now every family experiences a bit of infighting behind closed doors, but we're dignified, private. Through dark nights, always united, coming together in a time of crisis. West 11, West 10, a site of resistance. Rewind to the Mangrove 9, racist landlords charging high prices. Fast forward, 14th June, 2017, 72 lives taken. Now when it happened, some predicted riots, incitements to violence, stereotyping, but nothing of the type. Just a stereo sound of voices speaking truth to power, solidarity, strength, but never silence. Much pain and frustration, 5 years, patiently campaigning for justice, but it's just us. Never quiet, acquire until we acquire it. The names of our neighbors etched on our lips, so the world never forgets. And if you listen carefully, you can hear their carefree heavenly steps reverberate through the halls of paradise where forever they rest. Life is fleeting and measured in breaths. With every opportunity, embrace your loved ones with a tender caress. Tell friends and family they're precious, treasure them, yes. Remember we're blessed, but we remind the whole world watching, The reason why we're here is Grenfell. Never forget.
Dennis Murphy, Jeremiah Dean, Zainab Dean, Stephen Power, Sheila, Joe Daniels, Vincent Uzo Shiajina, Gary Maunders, Debbie Lamprell, Ernie Vitale, Marjorie Vitale, Maria Del Pilar Burton, Victoria King, Alexandra Atada, Jessica Obarno Ramirez, Ligaya Moore, Logan Gomez, Tony Disson, Raymond Moses Bernard, Gloria Trevisan, Marco Gattardi, Absalom Seba, Aliyawa Jafari, Muhammad Al-Haj Ali, forever in our hearts, forever in our hearts.
Husna Begum, Kamru Mia, Muhammad Hamid, Muhammad Hanif, Rubia Begum, Khadija Haluf, Fatima Hafrat Sihabi, Sakina Hafrat Sahabi, Hamid Khani, Hashim Rahman, Muhammad Hamid Nida, Abu Faras Ibrahim, Isra Ibrahim, Fatia Ali Hamid Al-Sunusi, Isaac Paulus, Brukti Haftom, Brook Haftom, Amal Ahmedin, Amaya Tukku Ahmadin, Amna Mahmoud Idris, Muhammad Noor Tukku, Mary Mendy, Khadija Saye, forever in our hearts. Forever in our hearts.
فرح حمدان القاضي، لينا القاضي، ملك القاضي، عمر القاضي، عبد العزيز الوهابي، فوزية الوهابي، مهدي الوهابي، نور هدى الوهابي، ياسين الوهابي، فردوس هاشم، هاشم كدير، نور جمال، يحيى هاشم، يعقوب هاشم، فاطمة شقير، ميرنا شقير، نادية شقير، سرية شقير، زينب شقير، باسم شقير، مريم الجوهري، إصلاح الجوهري، فتحية حسن، هانية حسن، رانيا إبراهيم, forever in our hearts.
first wreath will be laid on behalf of Grenfell United. The next wreath will be laid on behalf of Their Royal Highness, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Next wreath on behalf of Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London.
Then I go
you to everyone who has taken part in today's remembrance service, to everyone who's contributed and given their time, their efforts, and most importantly, their love. We are now closing the public part of this service and ending the live transmission to allow the families of the bereaved privacy and respect to lay flowers and remember their loved ones in private. Thank you all for being with us today.
The sun will be shining, 'cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's
Sorry about that.
Community and public groups are free to collect their wreaths at the side of the stage, so they are
Place reminds me of like whenever I had to. Sorry. You're right.
Yeah, God, it's so emotionally charging, isn't it?
Maya, mind your back. He's trying to go. Mind your back, you're going to Maria, mind your back.
Beautiful message. You probably know already.
keep singing.
Good evening all, Wendell Daniel from StreetMic coming to you live and direct from the base of Grenfell Tower, where a memorial service that was attended by Kate and William has just ended, and this memorial service is in recognition of the 72 people who lost their lives 5 years ago here at Grenfell Tower. And it is emotional for me to be here 5 years later. I was originally here when the tower went up, and I saw some amazing scenes as the tower glowed in the night sky, and we've all seen those images. And as I reflect back upon those days 5 years ago, I can remember the shock, the disbelief that potentially so many people had lost their lives, and at the time we did not know how many people had died, and it took months for a figure to be determined. But originally we believed that hundreds and hundreds of people had perished, and it wasn't until some months later that the truth was known. And what is, I'm now coming round the front of the camera, and what was really amazing for me is that even though a tragedy unfolded in front of us, we saw the best of human beings. And I'll come back, I want to talk to you. We saw the best of human beings as the whole community rallied together to support all of those who had lost friends or relatives, or those who had lost their homes and had been disadvantaged by the fire here at Grenfell. And 5 years on, the people from this community are still waiting for answers. They want to know what happened and why it was permitted to happen. And it is a really weird feeling for me to be here, because as I hear the choir singing in the background, it's bringing back some painful memories of that fateful day back on June the 14th, 5 years ago. And when you come down here and when you see all of these names on the walls of all of those people perished. Even now, it brings a tear to my eye. All of those children, those families who went to bed and never woke up, and 5 years on, like I said, they're still waiting for answers. And there has been, people believe, a cover-up. And one day, the truth will come out. The truth will be told, and someone must and will be held accountable for what happened down here at Grenfell Tower. And it was great not long ago to see Kate and William down here showing their support for the Grenfell families. And it was great to see the mayor. I don't believe he was here, but a wreath was laid at the base of the tower for Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London. And my hat off to you, Kate and William, for coming down to show your loyalty, love and support. It has been recognised, and doing that is welcome. I'm now going to pull in front of the camera someone who's always stalking me. So, good evening, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm very moved tonight. It's such a moving occasion, such a beautiful community, beautifully diverse community, the kind of community this government doesn't seem to like.
But why did you decide to come down to Grenfell tonight?
Well, I remember 5 years ago when it happened. I remember the following day going to a demo in Birmingham, in Victoria Square, and 5 years later nothing has been done, and it could happen any time again. And yes.
See this elderly lady here, I want to speak to her because I interviewed her a few days. If you call her for me, please. This lady there. Oh, no. This lady there. This lady here. I actually photographed this lady soon after the tragedy unfolded at Grenfell Tower.
Are you calling me?
Yes, I would like to speak to you.
I'd love to.
Because I remember speaking. If you come round.
You tell me what to do. I love to flirt with you. Where's your
Oh, I know you love to flirt with me. You was flirting with me 5 years ago.
Where's your wallet?
My wallet. So, yeah, we're going to rob me. See, this young lady wants to rob me.
I'm only 81.
You're only 81. I thought you were no more than 21. I'm everywhere, sir. Big up StreetMic. Everyone knows me.
I know, I've seen you. St George's Day.
I get around, man.
St George's Day.
Excellent, but today's about Grenfell, not about... He's flirting with me.
He's not flirting with... Yeah. Anyway, I found a rich man. I found a rich man, I'll let you know.
Hurry up, I mean.
So...
No, I'm talking.
Good afternoon.
God bless you.
I can remember speaking with you.
Flirting with me.
I can remember flirting with you immediately after the tower went up in flames.
Yes.
And can you just remind me of what your role is here down at Grenfell?
Flirt with rich men like you.
Yeah, but I'm poor. I'm rich with knowledge, but poor with cash.
I don't care. Go back to your girlfriend. I'll tell you. I'm an 81-year-old Croc Catholic nun working all around the world, 269 countries for charity. This is the worst tragedy I've ever seen anywhere in 269 countries, nearly every country of the world.
Continue.
And I live in front of Grenfell Tower. I saw the fire from the start. Huge flames from the tower right up to the sky. My two lovely African carers died in the fire, and they were very holy. They used to come and do my housework and pray and dance with me from Gambia. And now I pray to them. I know they're in heaven. I feel their help every day. I love it. Now I built this shrine at the Shrine by Latimer Church, and I know they helped me, and I'm very proud of this community. They, all races and all religions and none, come together. They give me food, clothes, drink for all the grievers around here, and they come and pray at the shrines, and they're a wonderful community, and I'm delighted with them.
Do you mind if I ask you about what it was like for you to look out of your window and to actually see the fire and the tower burning?
I don't mind at all. I love people to know what happened. I looked out of my window. I live right in front of Grenfell. I saw these huge flames. I ran to the church Latimer next to me, and hundreds of Moroccan Muslims from the tower were running in. I've worked in most Muslim countries. I've never seen them grieving. And these Moroccan Muslims were sobbing and howling and wailing, and it's the most saddest thing I ever saw in my life. I prayed with them every day for 12 hours for weeks, and I couldn't eat anything for 5 years. The doctor gave me liquid food to drink. So now I work for Grenfell every day, and I'm delighted at the response here. It's wonderful and very good media coverage, and thank you. God bless everyone who's watching, and pray for everyone who's grieving now, please.
One thing that really amazed me immediately after Grenfell Tower,
I'm listening,
was how the community came together, because everyone come together. There were lorries turning up, cars, vans, and everyone was bringing food, drink, clothes. I saw the best of human nature.
Yes, you did. I've worked in nearly every country of the world, 269, and I've never seen such a wonderful community spirit, all races, all religions and none, and I'm very proud of them, and they still continue since then to do that. I'm very proud and pleased with them. God bless you all, and pray for everyone who's watching, for all of us. We need your help. It's still very tragic.
And my final question, how did you feel when you saw Kate and William here at the front supporting the Grenfell families? What did that mean to you?
I was delighted. I am a Republican, but I think they did good work to come here and help our charity work and all the grievers, and I thank them for that.
As normal, my darling, thank you very much. And I remember the story you told me 5 years ago about your carers and how they had perished and how you felt. And I'm so glad that you are here today. And, you know, when I saw you, I said, I've got to speak.
Thank you, darling.
To this lady.
Where's your wallet?
You've already nicked it. You've forgotten.
When are you taking me to pub? I'm underage. I'm only 15, and they won't serve me. You can take me there and get me drunk and spend all your money.
But I'll be accused of paedophilia if I did that.
Well, I don't care.
But as normal,
don't tell the Pope, you'll kick me out.
But as normal, thank you very much, and it was great to see you.
God bless you.
And you're doing an excellent job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this young,
country are you from?
I'm from the best country in the world,
Which is?
and I managed to interview our president 2 weeks ago, Barbados.
I've got Trinidad and everything in me. I love the reggae. God bless you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Excellent stuff. And like the young lady said, there's a great community spirit down here at Grenfell Tower. And after the tower went up, I actually came down here and I had the opportunity to engage with this same young lady 5 years ago. And I'm really pleased to see that she's out here again today. Sir, let's talk to Wendell Daniel on StreetMic. No
Yes,
talking about other things.
No, of course
So
not.
you're
Today,
down
come
that.
on.
You're
Today is about
down
one thing,
today.
one thing only.
Yeah. You're down at Grenfell Tower today. Why are you here, sir?
I've been here every year. I was here the day that, after it happened. I was living up in Tottenham at the time, and the community were calling out for people to come down and volunteer. I answered that call. I came down here, and I started helping move in stuff that had been donated from Church Hall to different buildings and all that else. I came down here the next day after that as well, and I ended up getting a little bit heated with Jon Snow, and I had a conversation with Jon Snow, and I basically told him,
don't worry about all that. Let's think
well,
positive. Let's think positive. You always go down the negative route. Let's think positive.
Well, the thing is, the media did not listen to the gag, the people who were doing the gag, the blog.
That's correct. That's correct.
Right? I consider those people to be whistleblowers. People that were shouting out the truth, that there were dangers within Grenfell Tower. Their blog, sadly, tragically, forecasted this accident. This not, no, it wasn't an accident, sorry. This convened event. It was avoidable. This was avoidable. Grenfell was avoidable. If they'd have spent a little bit more money and listened to those people that were telling them that there were troubles and there were problems within the building works of Grenfell Tower, those people would not be alive, and no one outside of West London would know the name Grenfell Tower. And I've come here, like I say, I've come here near enough nigh on every month. You know, this is obviously today the media circus is back in town for one day only. I guarantee you next month, when it's 5 years and 1 month, these people won't be here. I will be here like I am every month. And as you know, I shout for justice for everyone. Justice is not justice for all or for none. You can't pick and choose justice.
Were you pleased to discover that Kate and William? Oh my word! Yeah. That's, you know.
I know. Of course, I know.
Listen, man. This is the big gun down here. Let me just speak to her in a few moments.
100%.
I forgot her name. I know she's
I'm trying to think myself now.
She's the chair.
Not
I've already spoken to her. I
Not
asked.
Maureen. Is it Maureen?
Maureen something.
It is Maureen, isn't it?
Yeah. I asked her earlier on if I can interview her.
Yeah, no, she's a lovely lady.
She's actually agreed. So what I want to do, I want to interview her, and then I'll try and catch up with you.
Yeah, I'll be around. I'll be around.
But as normal, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to
No, thank you for
interview
letting me
you.
speak. At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, people, remember, justice is for all. And shout up for justice for Grenfell, because this was avoidable. This was avoidable. Remember
Excellent.
that.
Thanks a lot, yeah. Can I just get in there? So strong. No, I just want to. She's the boss. So I'm just waiting to interview this young lady who is right in front of the camera here.
On your press TV.
On StreetMic. Hold on.
StreetMic. Yeah.
You remember me now, don't you? In a couple of minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me come round. So, good afternoon. My name is Wendell Daniel from StreetMic, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to interview you. Can you tell me who you are?
Moira Samuels, local resident and member of the Grenfell Community Campaigners.
Tell me more about today and the importance of holding this memorial service at the base of Grenfell Tower.
I think it's about us connecting after 5 years, especially with COVID, where we weren't able to have the large silent walk, and to remind, I think, not just the community, but the government and all the establishment that we're still here, and we will continue be fighting for justice. But it's also to show our solidarity to the bereaved and survivors who, you know, it's been 5 years and it's a huge loss. And it's a loss which is difficult to heal because there's been so little change. There's no prosecutions, you know, and people are very angry.
Are you happy with the outcomes of the court case so far?
What court case? The inquiry?
The inquiry.
Yeah, no. I mean, the inquiries are there to kick issues into the long grass. They make recommendations. The powers that be pick and choose which recommendations they will implement. You know, we'd like to say what they should implement following the inquiry, but we don't have that power. So, you know, yes, we've had truth and we've had loads and loads of truth, but are we going to actually have justice by making those who are accountable be held responsible? That's the key issue.
But do you believe long term those accountable for the tragedy that took place here at Grenfell, where 72 people lost their lives, do you think eventually they will be held to account, or the cover-up will continue?
Well, we only have to look at Hillsborough. That was 30 years.
That's 30 years.
You know, I think there's a possibility if we have collective action, if we stand together, if we join with trade unions, housing campaign groups, other campaign groups for justice, who's also waiting for justice for a number of things. If we join together, we can actually, you know, push the establishment to actually implement long-lasting changes so that everyone feels they can live in a safe and decent home.
I've got two more questions for you. The first one is about Kate and William. How great was that to see royalty in the audience today?
I'm sorry, what can I say?
Moving on, final question is about the silent walk. Tell me more about the significance of the silent walk, because people ask the question.
The silent walk has a history, a very particular history that came out of the days after the fire, where lots of young people, quite rightly angry at the local authority, went to the council building and were quite angry. They stormed the council buildings, and what we didn't want as a community was our young people, especially young black men, to be arrested and the whole thing be distracted on them calling the community thugs. You know, so the idea was to actually silence, to actually not have any noise, so that there'll be no chance of arrest. And it was so powerful in those early days that it continued as a tradition.
Can I say, I get around London, everyone knows me. One of the only things I haven't done is the silent walk. And I look forward to it.
I hope you're going to enjoy it. You'll see how powerful it is. And, you know, how much it enables us to come together. It enables us to actually remember, but it also enables us to show our collective strength.
Can I thank you very much for allowing StreetMic to interview you? Thank you for the hard work you've been doing. I know you have to go, but don't worry about the BBC, Sky News and ITV. StreetMic comes first. Say big up Street Mike.
Big up Street Mike.
I know you see me. Thanks a lot, yeah. Thanks a lot. So everyone knows Street Mike. You know Street Mike. What you know Street Mike for, sir? Turn round. Where you know Street Mike from?
Well, in this age of social media, you can't hide, can you?
People say I'm like a bad smell. I'm everywhere, man. Don't matter what happens in London.
Never.
Street Mike is on the streets. Big up. So, sir, why are you here today?
Well, you have to show respect, innit? Respect for life that was taken in such tragic circumstances. Everything was said today. And you have to, as they say, who feels it knows. So we all come here.
How far have you come today?
Just from the other side of London, North London. Yeah.
Tell me, if you go back to June the 14th, 5 years ago, when you woke up in the morning and when you saw on the TV the flames, what was going through your mind at that time?
There's a documentary called Fire in a Babylon about the West Indies cricket team. You just said, boy, look at this thing. And I didn't even see it straight away. It's like waking up early hours in the morning and hearing it on the radio. You thought, oh, maybe just another fire brigade. You thought standard. And as time was moving on, you realized it's serious. You know, it's serious. I mean, now all the injustice, all the oppression, everything's come out.
Have you moved back a bit because... So everything has come out, yeah? And even though everything has come out, do you believe there's a cover-up still taking place?
I think we know how the system works, society works. Look what's going with our own Prime Minister and his so-called Partygate. So, injustice. If it's not New Cross, if it's not Stephen Lawrence, it's all the same story. If it's not Hillsborough. But, you know, as Bob Marley said, we're confident in the victory of good over evil. So, people come out to express themselves.
Big up, big up. Thank you, sir. So in a few moments, the silent walk will be beginning down here at Grenfell Tower. And those of you who know me will know that there's nothing I've yet to do in London. I'm all over the place. One thing I haven't done is the silent walk, and it has taken 5 years for me to do so, and today will be the first time that Street Mike will be doing the silent walk. And unusually, I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to be silent. So I'm not allowed to talk. So let's have a look at some of the people down here, and then we will get ready to do the silent walk. But don't forget, if you like what you're seeing, and we're currently live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook twice. So if you like what you're seeing, give me the thumbs up, make your comments down below, share and follow. So we will not be on air until Sunday because I'm very busy this week. So unless a significant event occurs in London, we will not be on air until 12 p.m. on Sunday at Speaker's Corner for the regular Sunday Mayhem. So we're not due to be back on air until the regular Sunday Mayhem at Speaker's Corner. You forget me now. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell RMT you're not talking to me. You're a bad person.
John. Tell him I've got nothing to do with them anymore.
Oh, have you? They expelled you. How comes? Nice to see you down there. No, cool. See you later. Is there a silent march here today? Yes, I think it starts down there. What time? 6:30. Down there? Yeah, down there somewhere, I believe. Thank you. Oh, that's what I wanted. Excuse me, he's a rubbish photographer, you know. Don't let him take your picture. He doesn't know how to take photographs. He pretends he's a photographer. He's not.
So he pretends to, for what reason?
Huh?
What reason? Why would he pretend?
Huh?
He's trying to think. He's trying to
I'm only joking.
This one.
Yeah. Hold on. I know you from somewhere.
I know you know me, but I can't remember.
Where were you round the back gate?
Did they come?
Stormzy and them. Big session with Stormzy just now with his Lamborghini and all the local kids.
You lie.
No.
And I missed it.
Yes.
Oh my, is he still there?
Bugger, no, he's gone. He was very nice to them. I mean, I worried about, you know when you're always in the wrong place?
Yeah,
I thought this is
yeah.
classic. I think I'm being so clever sneaking round to wait for them, and actually I'm missing everything. Kate and Wills came out.
Hold on. I need this on air, man. Say that, hold on. I don't know, because I'm still... Because I was interviewing the young lady.
Well, she's probably just as good.
No, I was interviewing, that's more important. So tell me what has just happened that StreetMic missed.
Right, well, I make documentaries, so I'm even nosier than you. And I'm often in the wrong place, and I had to hedge my bets because I could see William and Kate leaving. So I slipped out without tipping you off. I'm sorry. And then they did come out in their cars, so I got a few kind of meaningless shots, but nice power of vehicles. But the big moment was Stormzy. The kids' anticipation, their thrill that he was coming out, and I tell you, he was so generous with them. He gave them a good 15 minutes of photographs, signing things. The security made him leave and stop the kids jumping about, so then he stopped his car up the road and did some selfies with some girls.
So why is it that you didn't ring StreetMic to let him know that Stormzy was in the house?
I think Storms is a god. I was keeping him to myself because those of us
We ain't
that
friends
do
no
these
more.
things, we never share. Do you know what? It was a privilege to see him. I made a film about Blacker Dread, I don't know if you saw it, called Being Blacker. And I
want sound, you know, so stop walking away.
About Stormzy. Sorry. Okay. I think you're fabulous, though. I have you on film.
Hold on.
I'm going to show you one day.
Hold on. See this young lady here? Those of you who are watching, she's a stalker. You know, I'm not very well known in London. It's not true that I go everywhere.
You just stand up outside the palace telling Jeremy Corbyn's brother about he must respect Duke of Edinburgh. I've got it on film. It's you.
Yeah, that's no. I know Piers Corbyn well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Listen, he rings me all the time. I do stuff for him. So that's nothing new, you get what I'm saying? But in closing, are you going to be doing the silent march today?
Certainly am. I've done it for 5 years.
I've never done it yet, and I told what's the young lady? Is it Moira or?
Moira, yes.
Yeah, I interviewed her just now.
She's brilliant.
I know she's brilliant.
Yeah.
And I told her, and she watches my stuff, yeah, but I have never done the silent walk.
The silent walk is intensely moving, and that was obviously incredibly moving as a ceremony. And we do ritual and memorials so well in this country. I think the thing that's so heartbreaking is it goes on. Keep eye contact when I'm being so fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes on, as in there's a primary school built round the corner that's got the same cladding on it. New.
And
So
you know the
I'm just
funny...
saying, that is the heartbreaking thing. So
And for me, to do a silent walk when I'm always chat.
No.
No, I know, you have to respect it.
People often don't like media there. I always feel a bit...
That's what I've heard.
awkward because what people don't want is for it to be constantly feasted over by us lot making whatever. I think it's great if it brings attention to the issue in the right
Especially
way.
today.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I'm ready.
I love
See you later on. You got my card. You're taking me out for lunch. Haha, thanks a lot.
I saw you last week, you know, at the
Yeah.
but I think it's, you know,
I left time over people.
it must be nice.
I started this life as because I'm live streaming. That's what I do. But if you remember, when I started with a video recording. And then I ended up doing it today. A couple of weeks after I'll be doing it today. I made a film there. I made a 3-part documentary film there. No. I was actually outside the military base at R3. You know where...
Where's Canada?
Some lad. COVID came along, and the guy who got COVID, I went into live streaming. Hence the reason. But this is all the small stuff I've got. This is all good. And I'm doing that quite a lot. I do a lot of streaming. So things are really storms in this here. And I'm listening. Hey, do you know something? And also Kate Williams there. I got them, but I didn't get Stormzy. But listen, I want to get this silent march, but big up. See you later. See, no one knows you before, don't you? So, seriously, this is serious. The Gloria
You don't like it?
Yeah.
They said they've gone down to 7 now. 7 people.
I haven't seen you since BLM.
No,
But I want to catch up with the... But you good?
I see you
everywhere.
No, but I see you went to interviewing that nutty bloody nun, Sister Ruth. She's completely mad, and she came here during the thing.
I interviewed her.
She was on BBC, and she was telling me
I interviewed her then.
Oh, I know. But she got banned from the BBC.
See you later. Let me catch up with the walk.
We're going to go and sit down.
Not interested.
How's your day been? What did you do at work today? Can we just... Kan vi bara skip this shit? Alltså skip it. Alltså förstår du? Och det där är...
Yes, I remember.
I just want to say that I've been following the work you're doing. Your organisation is fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I just really credit you for the faith work you're doing. You really make a difference. Say that.
I appreciate that. What's your name? Matt. Thank you.
Yeah,
yes, I remember.
But I have been following the work that
So you do the MASH report?
Yeah. No, but the thing is that I'm very close friends with, like, you know, I've started developing friendships in the Stamford Hill community. So slowly, who owns the store, I know him very well.
Yeah, although it started off in...
Have you spoke to Fleur or Manny?
Started there in the 1930s. I had to relocate.
Okay, see you in a second.
Years ago. Thank you. Then I tested again this afternoon.
Good evening all. We are now away from the base of Grenfell Tower and we're right next to Notting Hill Methodist Church, and this was the location of all the prayers after Grenfell went up 5 years ago. But this is where the silent walk will begin at 6:30, and apparently it's one of the most poignant, powerful things that happens in London, and I must admit I'm really looking forward to participating in the walk for half an hour or so. Then I have to go because I have many important things to do tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. But it has been a very interesting day for me today to be down here for the 5th anniversary. I've been here many times and I witnessed the tragedy as it originally unfolded 5 years ago. And, you know, that was very emotional for me to see what was happening, to see the tower in flames, to see the tower glowing many days after the fire had started. And when that originally occurred, everyone believed that hundreds and hundreds of unfortunate people had perished in the flames, but it later transpired that there were only 72 souls, but still 72 is a big number. And they were not wealthy people, they were mainly poor people. And the community down here continues to fight for justice. And I'm confident that one day, even though I spoke to Moira just now, one day the bereaved families down here will get their justice that they've been seeking and what they deserve. But sometimes the system doesn't let go easy the system isn't going to say, yes, we effed up. Once they do that, they're liable for a lot of money. So they're going to fight tooth and nail to deny liability. And what is important, the family wants to ensure that all of those companies who were involved with the cladding, all of those who failed in their legal duties, the families want to ensure that they are held to account and they pay for their negligence. And we are about to begin the walk down here at the Methodist Church. As I look around, there are literally hundreds of people on the streets. And like what was said, this walk takes place once a month. And it should be packed every single month. But because this is the anniversary, you get 100 times more people here than normal. And we also had Kate and William. Royalty was here. And I'm led to believe also that my colleagues had the opportunity to engage with Stormzy, who came to this location and who engaged with the Grenfell children. And when I saw those children get up on the stage and some of them read poems about their experience 5 years ago and how it's affected them and how their lives has changed, for me, that was powerful. But in a moment, when this silent walk begins, StreetMic unusually is going to fall silent. And I'm not going to be saying much. We're just going to be walking around the streets in silence. And then we will end after about half an hour or so, because I have other things to do tomorrow and I have to go home and prepare. So all I will say for you guys and girls watching, thank you very much. Thank you for watching StreetMic. You know, I'm involved with many things. If it happens in London, StreetMic is there. I don't just do religious rubbish down at Speaker's Corner. I do many more important things like this. And doing this, it is so important to be out there supporting those disadvantaged persons who lost their lives, families and loved ones in this monumental tragedy which took place at Grenfell Tower. As normal.
Gave him his laptop.
The silent walk is meant to take place at 6:30, so the silent walk is meant to be starting very soon. Stuff that you've done.
Thanks so much.
Which way do they do it? That way?
Yeah, you better have set up.
Hey, sorry, man, I didn't see that.
Canon.
About your shot.
StreetMic in the house.
Big up, big up, big up.
Yes, Wendell, how are you? All right?
What are you doing down here?
I live here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Tell me something. Did you see the tower when you went up?
No, I had a very strange feeling that something weird was going to happen when I got out now.
Are you serious?
Because there was loads of stuff going on.
Oh, what? You're so good. Yeah.
I just got out 2 days before. I didn't know it was going to be on my doorstep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I felt like something bad was going to happen.
All right, yeah.
Me and my psychability, you know.
What was it like when they returned? Let me get in the start of things, man. It's like I'm screaming now. Yeah, yeah.
We've got so many pictures of us.
Hello, oh God! Look at the fine girl you are now, eh?
This is Angela.
Yeah.
That's Ellie. And this is Charlie. Charlie.
No.
Say hello, that's Dennis's mum.
Good afternoon, good evening, Mum.
Good evening,
Can I ask you a couple of questions before they start?
Yes,
Good afternoon or good evening. What's your name?
Anne Murphy.
So, Anne, tell me about this photograph you're carrying.
That's my son Dennis, who lost his life in the Grenfell Tower fire 5 years ago. It doesn't get any easier, and there seems to be no justice for them at the moment. You know, I find it very hard, because I saw my son every day, and he was the nearest one of my children to me where I live. You know, we have...
How important was it for you to be out here today?
Pardon? It was lovely. Thank you.
Keep coughing, now stay away.
We've got everyone, yeah?
I'm here. Tim was looking for you, he was talking to someone. What? Yeah. I see them.
Excuse me, how about a quick interview? Want a quick interview?
No, thank you.
So I'm standing right at the front of the march, and in a few moments they are going to be setting off on a silent march down the streets of Notting Hill, round Westbourne Park, and we'll be covering this for about half an hour or so. But in the background over there you can see the tower. So let me have a look. You can see the tower over there. That is Grenfell Tower. But don't forget, my name is Wendell Daniel from StreetMic, and we're coming to you live and direct from the streets of London with the silent march at Grenfell Tower. And earlier on we see Kate and William, and also Stormzy was here apparently. So they're now going to be setting off, I believe, in a few moments. And
Grandstand. What is it? Grandstand. After me. Grandstand. Don't be afraid. These words will come to pass. Because stand and fell is two totally different things.
ladies, excuse me, ladies, can I ask you a few questions? If you step forward, if you step forward, if you step forward, come 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 forward. So how are you feeling being down here today? Let me get better sound, let me come closer. So what's it like for you to be out on the streets of Notting Hill today?
It's a privilege to share the, I wouldn't say sorrow, but it's still sorrow. But it's a good thing that we are here to share what pain they are going through with them, you know, and wish Almighty God that He helps them to sustain that sadness and calm them down and give them love and protect them and maybe find a closure to, you know, their sadness. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I know we're just about to begin, but thank you so much. Yes, you want to add?
And also, as we are in love, you know, we love everybody, we are one, we are doing everything. Your problem is my problem, and your problem is my problem. So that's why we are here, to show them that we feel the feeling that we are having, we are also feeling it as well. That's what makes us to be here today.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't kill me.
Bob, I was expecting you to come down.
Once we do start walking, can we relax? It could get emotional. You know what I mean? You guys know where the press bit is as well after the right? Okay. No, you can walk about, but just not too intrusive on faces, you know? Give us space. Outside the school, around there, there'll be a president. Guys, can we have quiet from now, please? Can we have silence from now, please?
as in the walk itself. Guys, can we take some steps backwards, please? Halfway up the road, please, if that's all right.
Come on.
We're not starting yet, but can we move the walk forward just to create some space at the back, please? Someone make an announcement to say that we're just moving the walk forward. It hasn't actually started yet. Guys, all the way back, please, for me, yeah? Please. I understand
There's
you're
no space.
helping us.
There's no space back there, boys. So we need to make some space, yeah?
Space, yeah. Space.
Guys, please, on the road, or clear this whole space, pavements as well. Please clear the space.
All right. Off the pavements, please. If you can, off the pavement, please. Join.
Everybody stand in the road, please.
Back. We need you guys pushing back. I can't go to the back. We need you back around the crowd. We need you to go, yeah.
Stand here and make sure on the side.
about to begin, please, so complete quiet. I need all photographers all the way back now, please. Please don't let us walk into you. You're able to take pictures, but don't let us have to push you out the way. Please stay as far back as possible. Thank you. Someone give me the okay.
just get the ones here. So just get a shot for there. Thank you.
Everyone was taking pictures of poor Stormy, couldn't they? Let me see your bike. No. Turn around, that's it, stay there. Thank you. Good.
Thank you.
Pardon, sorry.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We don't believe what they're saying about you.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. You know what? You want not. Yeah. Say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Say thank you. one to learn firefighters, but she doesn't know the uniform, obviously. Not that one. Not that one, anyway.
In London?
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted to practice it in Battersea. Neighbours. Yeah.
So I take it Daddy's on one of these lines?
No, he's the one that's in Battersea.
I thought it was one of these uniforms here. Was he here?
No, it's marching.
We do these amazing things, but nothing like this one. We will.
Yes, that's how you feel.
Brilliant. You're late. See you later. We'll finish it here. Thank you, my darling. Good evening all, we're now coming to the end of this live stream here at the Silent Walk, and we are now by, I believe it's Ladbroke Grove train station, and what I've just witnessed has been the most emotional event I have ever experienced in my life, and they were about 20 officers. Let me go back.
So we are now coming to the end of this live stream here in Ladbroke Grove, and this is the silent walk, and I don't want to disturb it too much, but what I am witnessing is one of the most powerful signs, one of the most powerful images I've ever seen in my life, and I've had the opportunity to report on many events and to see the public shaking the hands of our brave and courageous fire officers who were on duty the night that Grenfell went up. And this is a very powerful sight, and the silent walk has been filing past for the last half an hour, and some of the officers here are overwhelmed by the gratitude and the love being showered on them by even a little child is shaking the hands of our brave and courageous fire officers. And it is so amazing to see. And the smiles on their faces, the claps, the love, the warmth, the tears. This is the best of this country. And on the night when Grenfell went up, these brave officers, they rushed to the location to save the lives of so many people. And I'm privileged to be here today to witness this scene, and this will be one of the most powerful scenes I've ever seen in my life and ever likely to see again. And very soon we will be coming to an end. There are literally thousands and thousands of people on the streets here as the silent march goes by, and I wanted to remain, and you guys can actually see what an amazing sight it is. And there's now like a guard of honor with these officers. That is the photograph. So as the crowd files by, we are coming to an end of this live stream down here at Grenfell. And in a few moments, we are going to be signing off. And I thank you very much for watching. It has been a privilege for me to be out here on the streets of London doing what I do best, and that's bringing you real news as it occurs. And all I can say is, my name is Wendell Daniel from StreetMic. Thank you for watching, and please follow me on Facebook at StreetMic Podcasts. You can follow me again on Facebook on StreetMic LiveStream. You can also follow on YouTube on StreetMic LiveStream. And when you do follow, please make sure you switch on the notification bell, and every time StreetMic goes live, you will be informed. So make sure you switch on the bell, and every time we go live, you will be informed, and we can hear the claps as the silent march is no longer silent. It's breaking that silence to thank the brave men and women from the London Fire Brigade for the great work they did. And I'm now going to go up close, and I'm going to do what I do best. Get out of my way, lady. So the crowds are thanking the London Fire Brigade for the excellent work they have done. And these brave men and women, they rushed to the tower. They had no fear, and it was their duty to save lives. And let's commend them, let's thank them. And under normal circumstances, as you know, StreetMic will normally interview anyone on the streets, but today isn't the time for conducting interviews. It is about capturing these amazing scenes. And look at this lady's face. I'm going to zoom in on her face. Just look at the emotions as she passes by. That just shows how they are feeling the love. Even the children are down here clapping, thanking. Even the minister is now going to be, and let's capture the minister as here's the minister as he says thank you to the London, as he says thank you to the London Fire Brigade for the excellent work they did. And look at the little girl on, I assume it's her father's head. Look at her clapping. That is brilliant to see that. And those of you who are watching, share these images with your family and friends. Let them know how great the London Fire Brigade are. They are the best in this world. When you give them a call, they come rushing to your home. And look, this young lady's taking a selfie. When you give them a call, they come rushing to your aid and assistance, regardless of what type of situation that they may come across. Look, amazing. I'm privileged to witness this, I'm privileged to see it, and it is great. Doesn't matter, and it is so great for me because it doesn't matter black, white, young, pink, blue, green, lesbian, gay, it doesn't matter. Everyone is out here. Look at this young lady. Let me capture her face. Look at those. That is so great. So we are going to be closing down in 5 minutes. So in less than 5 minutes, this live stream will come to an end. And we started to stream about 3:30. I don't even know what the time is now, but the end of this march is nearly upon us. Even the dog wants to say thank you. Hey, let me capture that. Yeah, big up, 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 thank you. No, just this bit. Yeah. If you want it, I'll send you it. Yeah. It'd be good for the lads, man. And sorry, and the ladies. So we are now coming to the end of this live stream, and all I can say is my name is Wendell Daniel from StreetMic, and we have been coming to you live and direct from the streets of London, and this live stream is now coming to an end. And I thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Sorry guys.
Testing. Testing. I want to interview these guys, but I don't think today's the day.